160 years ago, on April 12th, the Civil War began when the Confederacy fired on Fort Sumter in South Carolina. A few months later, on July 5th, the first full-scale Battle of the War happened right here in the four states. For today's Staycation Report, KOIM photojournalist Liam Mandelbaum takes us to the Battle of Carthage Civil War Museum, where history comes to life.
Is really an important thing for people to learn about American history. You got to know where you came from and who you are before you know where you're going and what you're going to do, really.
This is the Battle of Carthage Civil War Museum, considered to be one of, if not the first major land battle of the Civil War.
I flat out encourage school groups that come and visit to remember one thing in particular, and that is we don't ever want to do this to our country again. That's the main deal. There was so much shooting going on that day. People bring things in frequently that they find even in their own backyards. Most of the fighting took place in a rural setting, which is now along what we call Civil War Road, that began 9 miles north of town that morning of July 5th. You had 1,100 Union troops running into about 6,000 of their foes in the Missouri State Guard under the governor himself, who was trying to take the state into the Confederacy. You know, it's hard to believe something like that took place in a nice, quiet little community like this, but by golly, it did, and and then it got worse later in the war.
Well, it's just all Carthage history. We got people from all over the world here doing Route 66 coming in here visiting.
So that people can kind of relax and reflect upon this serious time of history. And it's gone from sort of a little amateur place to a pretty professional, nice museum here.
That museum is open to visitors Tuesday through Sunday. You can find information on their hours and location on our morning show page at KOIMnewsnow.com.